Have you ever taken a photo of a bird or an animal, or perhaps your child scoring the game winner on a soccer field and it ended up looking like this? Well, my friend, you fell victim to a slow shutter speed. But a slow shutter speed isn't always your enemy. A slow shutter speed has allowed me to capture photos like these ones right here. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Kris Luckenbach and this is the first episode of Learning Manual Photography. We're going to discuss shutter speed and how important it is to manual settings in photography. And we're going to go over some photo examples to give you an idea of what shutter speed to use depending on what subject you're photographing. Just a quick rundown on what shutter speed is. Shutter speed is how fast or slow the shutter is open for light to hit the sensor on your camera, and that is what creates the photo. The shutter speed are the numbers that say 3 seconds, or it looks like it says 3 inches, or perhaps 1/100, 1/1000. That's the shutter speed. Those are the numbers you're looking for when you're going to change your shutter speed. For wildlife and action shots, you're gonna want a faster shutter speed. What's considered a fast shutter speed? Well, let's first make sure you know the difference between faster and slower shutter speed. 1/100th of a second is considered a somewhat fast shutter speed, while 1/1000th of a second is faster, and it goes on from there. The little quote symbol or this symbol here represents seconds. So if you see 30 seconds or 0.4 seconds, it's always read as seconds. Let's give you some photo examples starting from slower to faster moving subjects that you'll want to use in general. Now, I'm not saying you have to use these numbers every time. It's going to vary depending on a lot of things. Basically, this is just a general idea of where you want to be when you approach a subject, or if a subject approaches you. Okay, for night sky with no moonlight, no other brightness, 13-second exposure. For night sky with some bright aurora, or perhaps even in a city, 2 seconds. This ocean photo is a 1-second exposure. Standard landscape on a tripod, 1/10. Standard handheld landscape, 1/100th. Person walking normal, 1/250th shutter speed. A person jogging, 1/500th shutter speed. Wildlife mammal walking, 1/800th shutter speed. Standard wildlife general settings, 1/1000th to 1/1600th with semi-action in the shots. Birds in flight, minimum 1/2500th of a second, although some birds will require all the way up to 1/8000th to really capture the motion. For example, this puffin here is 1/3200th of a second. 1/2500th of a second showed too much motion blur. These numbers are just general, but I suggest you use them really close to these numbers if you want the sharpest subjects you can possibly get. To me, shutter speed is the first thing I look at when I approach a subject, and it is the most important in my opinion. Some photographers want the best lighting or the best depth of field, but to me, none of that is worth it if the subject is not tack sharp. I hope this video helped you out understanding shutter speed and how important it is to manual photography. Thanks for watching the first episode on shutter speed. The next episode, we're going to discuss aperture. If you want to learn more about this program, click the video here. I recommend you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.